guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have so much good information coming up. And I want to give you a little teaser. Very soon I'm launching a new longer form video, the 10 lifestyle hacks that make you assimilate into the real Italian culture and not look like a tourist. But today I'm going to go over the most important one, and that has to do with coffee culture, which is huge over there. And it's your first step. Like you wake up, and after you arrive, you wake up, boom, you're right into coffee culture, and you need to know what you're doing in order to find your way around and not look like a tourist. So I'm going to go over a few of the coffee types and give you some tips on how to order coffee over there and everything else. So the first thing you want to know is when you go to a bar, the bar is not a bar, it's basically a cafe. The bar is where you get your coffee, your cornetti in the morning, and some breakfasty items and things like that. Don't look for an American breakfast over there unless you're in Rome or somewhere where they get a lot of American tourists, and a lot of times you'll see a chalkboard that says American breakfast for 10 euros or whatever, and you can get one there, but don't expect eggs and bacon and that kind of stuff for breakfast in Italy. It's usually a cornetto, it's some kind of pastry, and a delicious coffee. So let's go over the coffee thing. You go to the bar, you want to order your coffee. A lot of times what you do in some of the things like the airport and some of the busier bars and whatnot, you go to the cashier and you pay for your coffee before you get it. They give you a little ticket, and then you give it to the barista there behind the counter, and he'll make your coffee for you. Now, in the towns and villages, it's not like that. Normally you sit down, you have your coffee, you pay for it after the fact. One of the things too is a lot of times the Italians will come in and they have those tall tables where they stand, or they stand at the bar and they pound down their coffee and off they go. Over there, coffee is very, very different. If you're expecting Starbucks, just don't. It's going to be so different than Starbucks. You're not going to get big takeaway cups. You're not going to get a cappuccino that's giant. It's not going to be that way. Coffee culture revolves around espresso over there, and espresso is basically when you order coffee in Italy, you order un caffè, and un caffè is espresso. So you don't order espresso, you order un caffè. However, espresso is that, and it is what starts all of these other drinks, these other coffee drinks that they have there too. Now, cafe over there is taken either, straight or with sugar. You can put sugar in it if you like. I love that. After lunch, you put sugar in, you get this big syrupy bitterness. Oh, it's delicious, and it helps your digestion. So cafe, that's the first thing you want to know. The next one up from a pure espresso cafe is caffè macchiato, which is a cup of espresso with a little dollop of milk. Macchiato means stained or marked over there, and the coffee is marked with a little dollop of milk. Next up, you have cappuccino, and cappuccino is equal parts espresso and steamed milk, and it comes in a larger cup, but it's not going to be in a big to-go container. It's just not going to be that, and it's not going to be sweet either. It's just espresso, steamed milk with a little bit of cacao put on the top, which is really delicious. And when you have your cornetto is already a little bit sweet, and you have it with your cappuccino, it's the best thing ever. Well, as soon as I get to Italy, the first thing I do when I wake up is I order 2 cappuccini, and I down them in rapid succession. I'm such an addict, and when you have that first cappuccino in Italy, it's just like, okay, good, I've arrived. It's fabulous. Another thing to understand about cappuccino is it's not taken after meals. It's taken strictly in the morning because milk really sort of impedes digestion. That's the thought over there. So you're not going to have it with lunch or after lunch. Now, in a lot of the touristy areas, they will make a cappuccino for you after lunch without having their eyebrow go up into their hairline, which I've actually seen one time. I ordered a cappuccino in Cremona, and it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this gal's, I swear to God, her eyebrow just went whoop right up into her hairline. And I'm like, holy cow, I just made a faux pas. And I did, because after lunch, they don't really serve you cappuccini. Now, in some of the other towns, they've sort of been trained by the Americans to do that, but it's not done. It will peg you as a tourist. Now, some other coffees that you're going to run into, if you really want your cup of Mr. Coffee in the morning, you're going to order a caffè americano, and that's basically espresso with a ton of water, hot water. It's going to be more palatable to you if you're used to Mr. Coffee. Now, another thing you want to know is when you go into your Airbnb, you're not going to have a Mr. Coffee there. We always did in Airbnbs because we always had Americans there, and many times they requested the Mr. Coffee. So I had Mr. Coffees. But normally what you're going to find is this, Mr. Mocha Pot, Bialetti. which is actually very easy to use. It makes a fabulous cup of coffee. I like my coffee so thick and black that you could actually pave a road with it. That's what I like. And that's what you get with this mocha pot. This one's obviously been well used. I'll show you how to put it together and make coffee in it because you're going to need to know. Sometimes you'll find an espresso or some other pod machine in the Airbnbs, but most of the time you're going to find one of these, probably not this big, maybe smaller, but they're all the same design. Now, this is really cool. You put water in the bottom here, okay? Then you fill this up with the coffee and then you tamp it down a little bit, not too much, so it, you know, the water can come through it. And then you screw it all back together and put it on the flame. Now be careful, you can see that this handle has melted a little bit. If you put it right in the middle and the flame comes up, it's gonna melt the handle. I just put it off to the side a little bit. And sometimes on these burners, you'll find a little, like a little star-shaped metal thing, and that's for your mocha pot, so it doesn't burn. Anyway, do that, and then when you start to hear that wonderful bubbly sound and you start smelling that fabulous aroma, you'll know that your coffee is done. If you want a cafe americano, you can still do that and just add hot water. It will still be a very delicious cup of coffee, probably better than any cafe americano or any Mr. Coffee you've ever had anywhere else. Now, some other coffees you might want to order is a cafe ristretto, which is even stronger than espresso. If you like that, you might order one of those. Another one, if you really love your milk, is a latte macchiato. Don't get that confused with a cafe macchiato. A latte macchiato is mostly milk stained with coffee, where a cafe macchiato is mostly coffee stained with milk. Don't get those confused. And don't order a latte over there. Latte is milk. If you order a latte like you would in a Starbucks or something here, you're going to get a cup of warm milk. I've seen that happen. They're like, what? There's no coffee in here. Right, because you ordered a glass of milk. The other one is a caffè corretto, a corrected coffee. And what is it corrected with? Grappa or Zambuca or something like that. Mostly I've seen Antonello take that on cold mornings. It's very cute. He comes in for his coffee, he's all bundled up, and Antonio behind the bar will go, you know, just sort of show the top of the bottle and he'll go, yeah, fix it up for me. And that's to keep warm kind of thing. You can also have them after meals. To me, it's a bit much. Grappa and coffee together doesn't really, I don't think I would like that too much, but you might. Okay, so here's the one phrase you need to know, and that is un caffè per favore, un cappuccino per favore, un caffè macchiato per favore. And here's another thing that will peg you as a tourist right off the bat is if you come in and order 2 cappuccinos. Don't do that. The plural in Italy is you replace the O with an I. So due cappuccini would be the correct way of saying that. It's the same with panini. If you say, I want a panini, no, you want a panino, you want due panini. So that's just another thing that will help you move along, assimilate, and blend in a little bit more. So stay tuned for my longer form videos. I'm going to really give you a bunch of hacks on how to really blend in as a local and to really get the most out of your visit or your new life in Italy. There you go, guys. Let me know which coffee drink you like the best, and let me know if you've ever had trouble ordering coffee in Italy.